We'll just find our seat here. Sukhasana. Sitting on our heels, lengthening the spine. Just prepare. A nice sequence coming up. Today we'll do the ritual, the warrior, and the navigation series. Take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Finding a nice pace with your breath. You can let go all of today's workday events and just be here, prepared to move mindfully. And know that whatever movement that you're going to do today is okay. This is what serves you. For the next 5 breaths, we'll do 1/3 inhales, 1/3 exhales. So on the inhale, we'll breathe in the first third, second third, and then the last third. We'll hold at the top. And then on the exhale, we'll breathe out all the way. Prepare. Breathe in first third, second third, all the way. Hold. Exhale through the nose. Again, first third, second, all the way. Hold. And exhale. First, second, all the way. Hold. And exhale. First, second, third. Hold. And exhale all the way. First, second, third. Hold. And exhale all the way. Find that new space in your breath as we prepare. Blink the eyes open, interlace the hands behind the back. You can put the right thumb over the left. Stretch out, chasing the ground with the knuckles. Opening the chest, reaching your head back. Slight back bend. And then on the exhale, bring both of your hands over and put them in a holster on your right side. Shift the head over to the right side and draw the left shoulder down, elongating the left side of the neck. Take a breath here. And then on the inhale, bring your hands back to center behind your back. Switch the clasp of the thumbs, left over right. Stretch out, open the chest, open the collarbones, look up, chase the ground with the knuckles. And then on the exhale, bring your hands over to the left side. Bring the head over to the left side. Draw the right shoulder down and elongating the distance between the top of the neck and the shoulder, creating a nice stretch. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands back to center. Release the bind. Place your fingertips on the ground behind you. Lift the chest, And if you feel good, lift the hips up. Take a gentle stretch here. Opening up the chest, waking up the legs a little bit. And then on the exhale, bring your seat back down to your heels. Hands come to the ground, tabletop position. Shoulders are over the wrists. We can take a couple cat cows. You can stretch out through the wrists. You can move as you need to in this position, feeling your body space, really introducing some movement into the entire body where you need it. Feel it now. Move a little bit. We'll take 5 breaths here. Usually when I start my practice, and in the past I never used to, but I really enjoy warming up into the wrist no matter what, whether the practice is going to be wrist intensive or not. Sometimes I spin the hands to the outside so that the fingers are pointing to either side of the mat. I do a couple straight arm wrist curls this way, eventually leading the fingers to point back towards the knees. You can shift forward and back, lifting the bottom of the palms. Really just doing what you feel is necessary at this point, just to warm yourself up and get active in the body. Okay, and if your fingers aren't pointing towards your knees at this point, on your next inhale, point your fingers towards your knees. Come into your tabletop position. We'll do a couple cat cows here. So the inhale will push you forward, open the chest, head comes up. And then on the exhale, you'll round the spine, bring the chin into the chest, and curl the upper back. Inhale pulls you through, and then the exhale rounds you up. Again, inhale pulls you through, and then the exhale rounds you in. One more time, inhale pulls you through, and then the exhale rounds you in. If you feel good in this position, you want to take it a little further, keep the hands the way they are, pointing the fingers towards the knees. You can come back into your plank pose. Take a few moments here just to settle in and feel the plank pose. And then when you're ready, you can come back onto your knees. Sit down onto the heels. You can bring the hands to heart center, interlace the fingers, flip the palms and press out, hollowing out the back. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, slight back bend. On the exhale, bring your hands back down, curling the chest. Inhale brings them back up. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, back up. Opening through the chest, really reaching up. Exhale, back down, curving in the spine. Inhale, back up. Release the grip. Bring the hands to cactus. Draw the elbows towards the hips. Really push down. Open up the back body. Open up the chest. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. We'll do this one more time. Cactus the arms. On the exhale, bring them down to the hips. Hands to heart center. From here, we'll meet in downward facing dog. First down dog of the day for me here. Maybe it is for you, maybe it isn't. Maybe this is something that you're already moved through today. You've already done a class, or you've done some workouts or something. Lift the hips up and back. Wrapping the triceps down, wrapping the biceps up, pressing down through the hands, gripping through the fingertips. And on the inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. And then on the exhale, We'll bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Really feel the space a little bit here. And then when you're ready, drop the left knee. The left hand plants, the right arm comes up to the sky. On the exhale, right hand comes down, the left leg lifts up, the front knee straightens. You can point or flex the toes, come into your extended pyramid pose. Looking for length in the spine here, plugging that hip back. And then on the inhale, bring your left foot up to meet the right on the outside there. Come into your active squat. Exhale, hands come to heart center. The inhale, Urdhva, arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit all the way back down. Hands come to the floor. The left leg comes back. The right leg meets it. Downward facing dog. On the inhale, look forward, roll forward, high plank. If you're interested, take a push-up. Press back up, knees and forearms drop. Look forward, pull yourself through upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up to the sky. Left foot comes to the outside of the left hand. Again, sitting here in this position, rocking back and forth just to wake up the hips, wake up the body a little bit. When you're ready, you can drop the right knee to the ground, the right arm plants, left arm comes up to the sky for a nice twisted lunge. Left hand comes down, lift the right leg up, lift the right leg up, point the left toes up, come into your extended pyramid pose. Again, plugging that left hip back into its socket there. And then on the inhale, bring your right foot up to the outside of the right hand and find your active squat. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, sit all the way back down. Hands come to the ground. Right foot goes back. Left foot goes back into your downward facing dog. On the inhale, look forward, roll forward into your high plank. If you're interested, again, take the push-up. Come back up. Knees and forearms drop, look forward, shift forward through your upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back on the exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to go through the Awakening Syria A. So on the inhale, you're going to look long, lift heels, bend knees, either hop, step, or float to the top of the mat. You're going to come into your active squat on the inhale. Exhale, your hands will come to heart center, legs will extend. Inhale, you'll reach your arms up to the sky, Urdhva. And then exhale, you'll sit all the way back down into your active squat. Inhale brings the hands down, look forward, either step back into chaturanga or shoot back. Press yourself up, knees and forearms drop, look forward, shift forward into upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We got 2 more rounds of this. Look long, lift heels, bend knees, step, hop, or float to the front of the mat. Come into your active squat. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit all the way back down. On the inhale, hands come to the floor. Look forward, either step or hop back into your chaturanga. Press yourself up on the exhale. Knees and forearms drop. Inhale, pulls you through upward facing dog. Exhale, lifts you up and back, downward facing dog. Keeping this pace going. Lift heels, bend knees on the inhale. Hop or float or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit all the way back down. Inhale, bring your hands to the floor. Look forward, either step or hop back into chaturanga. Press yourself up on the exhale. Knees and forearms drop. Pull yourself through upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We'll go through the awakening Seria B. On the inhale, the right leg comes up to the sky. The right knee comes to the inside of the right hand. On the exhale, inhale, you rise. Double bent leg lunge. On the exhale, you straighten the back leg to the best of your capacity. Don't move those hips. On the inhale, the hands come to heart center. Find that compression. Draw your back leg up. Come into a crouching warrior. On the exhale, straighten your front leg. On the inhale, you're going to bring your toes back to the mat. Drawing yourself forward and back. Hands come to the back of the skull on the exhale. And then on the inhale, you extend your arms up. Take a back bend. On the exhale, hands come to the floor. Your leg goes up. Three-legged dog. Inhale pulls you through upward facing dog. Exhale lifts you all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky. Left foot inside of the left hand. Inhale, you rise. Double bent leg lunge. On the exhale, straighten the back leg to the best of the capacity. Don't move your hips. Hands come to heart center on the inhale. Come into your crouching warrior. Find that stability. Lift the back leg as much as you can. On the exhale, straighten the front leg to its best capacity. And then on the inhale, bring your right foot back to the mat. Bring your arms up to the sky. On the exhale, hands come to the nape of the neck. On the inhale, extend your arms up. Look back. On the exhale, hands come to the floor. Three-legged dog. Inhale pulls you through upward facing dog. Exhale lifts you up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky. Right foot comes to the inside of the right hand. Inhale, you rise. Double bent leg lunge. On the exhale, straighten the back leg. On the inhale, hands come to heart center, lean forward, come into your crouching warrior. On the exhale, straighten the front leg. On the inhale, bring your foot back to the mat. On the exhale, hands come to the back of the skull. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, hands to the ground. Three-legged dog. Inhale pulls you through, upward facing dog. Exhale lifts you up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky on the inhale. On the exhale, place the left foot to the inside of the left hand. Inhale, you rise. Double bent leg lunge. On the exhale, extend the back leg. Keep it nice and straight as you can. And then on the inhale, bring the hands to heart center. Lean forward. Come into your crouching warrior. Charge the back leg. Lift the chest. On the exhale, straighten the front leg. On the inhale, bring your right foot to the back of the mat. Coming back into your lunge. On the exhale, hands come to the back of the head. Lean back. On the inhale, open your arms up. Open your chest up to the sky, opening your heart. And then on the exhale, hands come to the mat. Three-legged dog. Inhale pulls you through, upward facing dog. Exhale lifts you up, back. Downward facing dog, one more round. Right leg up to the sky. Right foot comes to the inside of the right hand. Inhale, you rise, double bent leg lunge. On the exhale, straighten your left leg. On the inhale, hands come to heart center. Lean forward, coming into your crouching warrior. On the exhale, straighten your front leg. On the inhale, bring your foot back to the mat. And then on the exhale, hands come to the back of the skull. On the inhale, arms come up to the sky. And then on the exhale, hands come to the floor. Three-legged dog. Inhale pulls you through, upward facing dog. Exhale lifts you up and back. Downward facing dog. The left leg comes up to the sky. On the exhale, left foot inside of left hand. Inhale, you rise, double bent leg lunge. The exhale, straighten the back leg to the best of your capacity. And then on the inhale, hands come to heart center, lean forward into your crouching warrior. Charging the back leg, lifting the chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg. And then inhale, bring the foot back to the mat. Arms come up to the sky. On the exhale, the hands come to the back of the neck. On the inhale, arms extend out, opening the chest and heart. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, pull yourself through, upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. We will take 5 solid breaths here. Lifting the hips up and back. Finding placement of the hands, gripping with the fingers. It's pretty intense for a little bit of a warm up there. It's definitely warming up the engine over here. Not forgetting to wrap our triceps down. Wrapping our biceps to the sky. Creating a long line of energy from back to hip, and then from hip to floor. And it's okay if you bend your knees in downward facing dog. It doesn't look the greatest, but it's certainly activating what needs to be activated here. On the inhale, the right leg comes up to the sky. On the exhale, right foot comes to the inside of the right hand. Spin the back heel down, either to a 90-degree angle or whatever feels comfortable, coming into your warrior 2. Finding the position first, finding the placement for the hips. Then, lift the arms, settle the gaze, looking over the middle finger. 3 more breaths here. 2, 1. On your exhale, your left hand comes to the floor. We're going to come into our Vashisthasana side plank pose. You can either take an assisted or a variation of side plank. You can take any variation of side plank that you want. Do you want to float the top leg? Do you want to extend the arm up, out, to the back, opening up the chest? Feel it here. 5 breaths in this pose. Foot can come to the back, foot can touch each other. Whatever feels comfortable for you in this space. On your next inhale, you're going to draw your right leg up into your chest. You're going to spin yourself down so that your right foot can come to the top of the mat. From here, we're going to prepare ourselves to come into side angle pose. Spinning the left heel down. We'll find placement. You can either use a block or you can find a little bit of ease by hinging at the hip and finding a position for your elbow on your knee. When you're ready, you can spin the arm up to the sky, finding that long line, creating that tension by internally rotating the back leg down and plugging the front hip back. And then you're gonna buckle down through the knife edge of the back foot so that your foot's not moving and you're creating a stable base. As if you were gonna just lift your front arm off of the front leg. Taking the full angle here. And then on the next inhale, lift yourself up and back. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the leg if you need to. Our next pose, side angle. We're going to go into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Adjust the back foot as you need to. Again, plugging that right hip back. If you can't fully bend the front knee, don't do it. Find that nice comfortable position so that you can draw back on the front heel as if you're creating a ripple in your mat with the back foot. Hand can come up to the sky. Hand can come to the back. Finding your position here. Finding length in the spine. And then when you're ready, you can twist your heart open so that the right collarbone is looking towards the sky. Release yourself from any props. Hands come down to the mat. Your right leg goes up to the sky. Three-legged dog. You know, you can either pull yourself through into a high plank, or you can challenge yourself a little bit and draw that right knee to the right tricep, holding here, or you can take the next option, pointing the toes, flexing them out, lifting the back leg, coming into your Ekapada Kundinasana 2. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Vinyasa. Knees, forearms drop, pull yourself through upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, left leg up to the sky. On the exhale, left foot comes to the inside of the left thumb. Drop the back heel. Inhale, rise. Warrior 2. Really plugging yourself down through the knife edge of the back foot, creating a nice hollow arch on the inside of that back foot. Finding that depth in your front knee, finding 90 degrees. Once you're in position, place the arms and look, gaze past the thumb, past the middle finger. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes down. You're almost in a lunge position here. We're going to take our Vashisthasana side plank pose. You can take it however you like. Sometimes you like to bring the foot to the back, opening up into almost like a wild thing, corkscrewing that shoulder onto the back. You can take the traditional Vashisthasana. The feet come together. You can flag one leg up. You can bring one leg in. You can take a modified where your bottom leg is down. It's up to you. On the next inhale, you're going to draw your left leg up into your chest. You're going to spin yourself over, drawing that left foot to the top of the mat. We're going to come into our side angle pose. Again, finding those warrior 2 feet placement here. Cutting down on the knife edge of the back foot. Really finding good positioning with the front foot. Strong in the legs. Finding that isometric energy between the 2 feet, as if you're going to ripple the mat up. The elbow comes to the knee, comes to the block, hand comes to the floor. Find that positioning. Finding length through the spine, finding length through the arm to the leg, one straight line. 2 more breaths here. On the exhale, we're going to find our reversed warrior. Either straighten the leg or keep it bent. Whatever feels nice for you here. I alternate between the 2. And then when you're ready, shift the back foot back or forward, finding your Trikonasana. Again, finding the foot positioning, grounding down through the feet, plugging this front hip back into its socket, finding length in the spine, and internally rotating this leg inwards so that you're creating that tension. And then once you find that length, either lift the arm up, you can bring the arm to the back. Hand can be on the floor, the ankle, a block, Knee does not have to be straight. It can be bent. As long as you're finding that tension. Remove your prop. Hands come to the floor. Left leg goes up and back, three-legged dog. Now you're either going to pull yourself into a high plank or you're going to draw the left knee to the left tricep. Same thing on the other side. If you feel good, you'll bend the arms into chaturanga. And if you're ready, point the left toes, extend the leg, and if you really want to take it to the next level, float the back leg. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and vinyasa. Take the push-up, knees, forearms drop, pull yourself through upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take some breaths here, 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to do a little journey to the top of the mat. We're going to come into a chair position. Actually, we're going to come into a forward fold, not a chair position, which is great. You got 10 seconds to either tiptoe, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Look long, lift heels, bend knees if that's where you're going, and then hop to the front of the mat. Maybe it takes you a couple hops. Maybe it takes you 1 hop and you hold that mini handstand, or maybe you tiptoe up to the top of the mat. But once you're there, come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, we're going to slowly rise, bending the knees, articulating the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. And we're going to start with a circle chair. And just finding some nice fluid movement to open up. Feel the spine a little bit here. I don't know if you guys were here the last week, but last week I was saying about how amazing this actually feels and how I do this sometimes in the office at work. And it just looks so silly, but man, there's not much that really feels as good as this. Just finding that movement either way, whichever way you want to go. All the way down, all the way back up. And then on the next exhale, fold over your legs. We're going to reposition our feet. The right foot's going to come a little bit to the top of the mat here. The left foot's going to come to the back. We're going to find a nice low lunge here. We'll plant the left hand. We'll kick the left foot up and back in a nice foot flex position here. We can reach back, open the arm up, reach back for that foot. Either grabbing on the outside of the foot, and if you're grabbing on the outside of the foot, you're going to spin the chest up to the sky, creating that tension, pulling that hip forward. Or if you're grabbing on the inside of the foot, you're going to spin the chest down and pull that leg forward. Plugging that right hip back. Do what feels best for you here. And if you can't reach the hand, you're going to do a lot harder work here. Your hand might be out to the back, and you're going to be plugging this foot into the glute as much as you can. It might be here, it might be here, it might be all the way down here. Just know that you're doing the work. On the exhale, release the foot. We're going to come into our half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. And in the half splits, just like in Trikonasana, we don't need to fully extend the leg because that might not be your range right now. It might not be your range today or next week. Find your range. Scrubbing this heel to the back of the mat, creating that tension in that hamstring, the belly of the hamstring. Finding length in the spine. Finding compression with the stomach and the thigh. We're here for 2. And 1. The back foot, top of the back foot drops. We bring the foot down, the right foot down to the ground. Lean forward. We're going to come into our Chandrasana lunge. If you want, we're here. You just lift the back knee, if that's all you can do. Lean forward, look forward, keeping the spine long. If you want to take it to the next level, you can bring your hands onto the knee. Start to find that long spine. If you want to take it even further, you bring the hands up to the sky. Extending the arms over the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release into full splits. Now, if you don't want to come into your full splits, which is also perfectly fine, because some days you just can't get into that positioning, and if you're like me, it's never that you can get into that position, but you find modification. Use your blocks, squaring off the hips, and again, scrubbing that front heel back, creating that tension. Finding a nice straight spine. You might want to be experimental, and you might want to lift your hands off the blocks a little bit or off of the floor to create a little more tension in that front leg. You're here for 3, 2, 1. We'll release by bringing the front foot to a 90-degree position at the back of the mat. You're almost in a crouch position now. You have 2 options. The first option is you lift yourself up. Back leg comes up. You either grab the ankle with one hand or grab the ankle with 2 hands, and you're in your standing split. The other option, which is usually an option I enjoy taking in the class, but can't always land it, but you can also do a handstand hop. Finding your handstand hop from that position. Either hold, hop 3 to 5 times. And then we'll meet in Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Bending the knees, slowly rising, articulating the spine, finding another round of circle chair. So that we can do the other side. Next exhale, fold over the legs. Position the left foot at the front of the mat, the right foot at the back of the mat. Right hand comes to the floor. Bend the right knee, flex the foot, reach back, grab the outer edge or the inner edge of the foot. Same thing like last side. Grabbing the outer edge of the foot, we're going to spin our chest up to the sky. And if you're grabbing the inside, we will spin our chest to the ground. Finding whatever serves you best here. Whatever you need, whatever symmetry you're trying to create. A couple more breaths. Next exhale, release the foot, coming into your half split. Finding length in the spine and connection between the thigh and the belly here. Half splits, something that I never really practiced too often. It's certainly grown on me since I've started the yoga teacher training that I'm part of right now. And definitely Definitely something that I will continue to do and feel good doing during my practice. Exhale, left foot comes back to the floor. The top of the right foot comes to the floor. We're going to come into our Chandrasana lunge again. Again, we can take it step by step here. First stage, you lift the right knee. And if that's as far as you go, that's as far as you go. The next stage is the hands come to the knee, the left knee. And if that's as far as you go, that's as far as you go, as long as you're finding length. Next stage, hands come up to the sky. Finding that extension. Finding that stretch. We're here for 3, 2, 1. The back knee drops. Find your blocks if you need them. Come into your full Hanumanasana. Feel the position. Feel the stretch. Finding the space that you created. Maybe one day I will achieve a full split. Who will know? It's only a matter of time, practice to see if I can find that. But where I am here now is certainly enough, definitely. And where you are there is where you need to be right now. On the inhale, draw your left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into a little bit of a crouch here. Again, you have 2 options. First option, you lift the back leg, you come into your standing split. Then you can find balance by either taking your left or right hand to the ankle. The other option is you find your handstand kick ups or your handstand hold. And when you're ready. Couple hops. If you're doing hops, maybe do 3 to 5 of them, depending on how long you can hold it for. And then when you're ready, we will meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Separate the feet, hips width distance apart. Lift the arms up to the sky, finding your stable chair pose. 5 breaths here. 4, 3, 2. On 1, you're gonna lift your heels, come onto your tiptoes. We're gonna bend the knees, come to a seat on our heels, but still on our tiptoes. Then the knees come to the triceps, and the triceps miraculously come to the knees. Hands come down to the floor. We're gonna look long, keep a nice straight spine as much as we can, looking long, and we're gonna float our right and left leg off the ground, coming into our crow pose. Bending the arms, looking long, finding that depth in the crow pose, kicking the heels to the butt. Feet come back down to the floor. Lift yourself all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands come to heart center. 1 more round. Arms come up, stable chair. 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your heels, come onto your toes, bend the knees, come, sit the heels, sit the glutes down to the heels, knees come to the triceps, triceps land on the knees. or the knees land on the triceps. Float one leg off, kick that heel to the butt, float the other leg up, kick that heel to the butt, looking long, finding that extension. And if you really feel like challenging yourself, you can bring both feet to the middle and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. So for me, I'm going to take a little bit of a step back to the middle of my mat. We're going to ground the right foot. We'll kick the left foot back to the butt. We will grab the left foot with the left hand. We will find some balance here. When you're ready, kick that left foot into the hand, creating a nice line of tension back there. Lifting the right arm up, finding one spot to gaze at, finding that drishti, that one focal point in the room. We're here for 3, 2, 1, release. Right to the next side. Ground the left foot. Kick the right foot back up to your butt, to your glutes, whatever you want to call it. I got a butt. So kick the foot into the hand. Again, finding that tension there. Lifting the left arm up, finding your gaze. Look at just one spot. Finding your gaze, try to hold your balance. It's a lot harder to talk while you do this. I'm noticing this now. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Hands come to the mat. Either step back or shoot back into your chaturanga or your high plank. Take the push-up. Knees and forearms drop. Pull yourself through upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet come to the mat. Knees come to the mat. I think we're done for today. That was great. For anyone that's still watching, I don't think there's anyone watching right now. Oh, one person. That's awesome. There were others there, which is great. The Shindrasana lunge, awesome. To whoever's watching, hey guys. Wow, there was a lot of people on here. This is great. So cool. Oh, thanks, Kari. So awesome. It's great. That was so much fun. I love doing these. So I think, as I said, I'm going to continue to add on each week. Oh, sorry, Kari Joe. Sorry. As every week, I'm going to try to add on another part of the sequence. Oh, thank you, Linda. That's so awesome. Every week I'm going to try to add on to the sequence. This Friday, which is tomorrow, thank God it's Friday, so I'm going to be writing up my own sequence, which is part of the YTT. It's going to be a sequence that we have to develop. So I might get a little bit, risky here, a little bit, ambitious, and maybe either try to work it while I'm developing it on live, and any feedback or anything, that would be great from you guys. But I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. Thank you so much. So awesome. Kari Joe, when are you gonna jump on live and do one with me? That would be awesome if we did one together. That'd be so cool. And Linda, I haven't seen you since a couple weeks ago when I saw you at Brampton Courthouse. But where we were both working, just so everyone's aware. This is awesome. It's great. Anyways, I'm signing off. Thank you again for watching. Love you guys.